Welcome to Nesta. Who's been here before? Okay, so lots of people who are new to Nesta, so welcome. We are the UK's Innovation Foundation. We were set up back in 1998, originally as part of government, and now we're a charity dedicated to supporting innovation for the public good, and one of the social businesses who we've been very proud to support over the last 3 years, more than 3 years even, is stepping out, Craig and the team. And how many of you are from organisations that have spun out of public services? Okay, so congratulations to all of you. My background is I was a civil servant in Whitehall in the Home Office for a long time. I went to local government to recover and spent 7 years in Camden in North London before joining Nesta. The week of the election brought the coalition to power. So that's my kind of rhythm of life. I have developed, and Nesta also shares this, a belief in the entrepreneurialism of public service. So I don't buy the argument that public services can't be entrepreneurial, can't be imaginative, can't innovate. Not all of them can. So let's be clear. There are definitely categories of people in all sectors who aren't entrepreneurs and who can't innovate. But my take, and the people that Stepping Out work with certainly fall into this category. The best public servants, the best social enterprises can go toe-to-toe with the best business leaders in the world, no doubt about it. So it's my pleasure to welcome you to the event. I've got a very short slot and there's a book, so I shall be brief. What I like about this is a topic that is neglected too often by the advocates of spinning out. And I spend a bit of my time, have spent a bit of my time in the Cabinet Office working with colleagues there, and not enough is spoken about the need to grow a business once it's a business. The need to win contracts, to scale the operations. We spend a lot of time supporting social enterprises who are dealing with just the growing pains of scaling their operations and continuing to be excellent while you do that. We published a report a little while ago called Making It Big. We had a different title for it which got canned by our comms team, which was Go Big or Go Home. Because too many social enterprises, they thought that was inappropriate, I don't know why. Too many social enterprises plan to be small. It's very easy to plan to be small. Actually, it's much more important to plan to be big, to think about how you can have an impact on thousands, hundreds of thousands of people's lives. And I love this unashamed kind of winning, because it is about winning. One of the other businesses that I sit on the board of has just got a big contract in the US, and I can't tell you how good it feels to be going over there and setting up a new office. It's fantastic. And no one better than Stepping Out, right? So Craig's going to do the pitch later, but let me give you the pitch to the Director of Business. These guys, those of you who've worked with them will know, they are absolutely red hot on this stuff. It's why I've been so pleased to work with them over such a period of time. My final point really is context, and you'll all have this at the front of your minds. If anybody, by the way, the one thing you're allowed to do today, if you haven't registered to vote, you can come upstairs and we've got a computer up there which you can register to vote for 5 minutes. So don't leave here today if you haven't registered without coming and registering to vote. It's incredibly important. But notwithstanding SNP's arguments, and then they haven't got enough candidates to win an overall majority, and the news on the economy today, the next Parliament is going to involve some very tough times for public services again. And whoever wins, that's going to happen. And nobody's going to win, so it's still going to happen. We're talking about another period of constraining public services, and local government, in particular, but all local public services are going to face tough choices. I was with Simon Stevens on Friday, he was reminding us that even with 8 billion extra for the health system, for NHS England, they will still need to make 22 billion in savings. So there's going to be some very tough choices, and you've got to make the case in that context that you are better, faster, cheaper than the competitors, preferably all three. But I think with an emphasis on quality of outcomes for people is what's going to win the day. And as part of that, understanding what commissioners need, understanding it better than them, is going to be really critical. And that's why I'm so pleased to see the Commissioner voice on the agenda today. So despite all the challenges, I think there's huge opportunities in this next period for all of you. I think the social enterprise spin-out mutual space is a small part of the market. I hope I'm stood here in 5-10 years' time and we're talking about it being a normal part, a big slice of how public services are delivered in this country. And today's a good start for that. You've got a great lineup, practical, which is really important, and lots of real experience. Liam Black used to be one of my trustees here. Good luck with that session. I shall come down and see how you will look after you've had an hour with Liam Black. He's a great guy. But thank you for those, and good luck today. Thank you.